Hey guys, Rail the Appreciator here. Welcome back to another video. Today I'll be doing an album reaction to Kendrick Lamar's 2017 album, Damn. Just a heads up, I've heard this before, but I just want to listen to it again from start to finish. Alright, let's get into this. Listening to this album again for the first time in a long time just gives me the same feelings from when I first heard it. You know, age 15 in high school in the year of 2017. Just, yeah, just absolutely chilling. I just get goosebumps from listening to this. Like the track starts off putting you in a false sense of security. Like the beat's very ominous. You think Kendrick's going up to like help this old lady, and then yeah, she just turns around and says, "You've lost your life," and then you just hear that gunshot and just yeah, like when I first heard this track it made me jump. Like, oh, it's just such a beautiful intro into this album. I say beautiful, but like beautiful in like a unsettling way, like an off-putting way, because I mean the title of the album is Damn with a full stop, all caps, and if you look at Kendrick in the album cover, he just yeah, looking towards the ground, he looks disheveled, just yeah, just such an ominous, evil, shocking like track. Yeah, it just really sets the tone and theme, I guess, for this album. And yeah, just incredible intro. One of the better intros I've seen on a hip hop album. Wow, where do I even begin to talk about Damn? Like the first verse, the second verse, like could easily be one of Kendrick's best rapping performances in his entire discography of his entire career. That first verse, you first listen to it and you're like, this is insane. He's just going so hard. The bars, the flows, the repetition of DNA. And then it goes into the second verse and it just feels like he's just found like a whole new prime, like a whole new like tier, like a whole new level that he's reached. And the second verse just goes so hard. It's just so cathartic, so powerful, so aggressive, and you can just feel it what he's rapping about. DNA is kind of like a flex rap, like kind of flexing, this is my DNA, this is what I get to do, this is what I've worked so hard for. Like it's just such a great track. And if you just watch the music video as well, you got Don Cheadle there interrogating Kendrick, and then he kind of gets put like his DNA gets taken or he gets possessed by Kendrick, and then Don Cheadle's like rapping. And I remember back in 2017 watching this music video as a high schooler, like a teenager, I was just like, this is so insane. And just hearing the track DNA and the verses, and as you can see, it's got like 1.3 billion streams right now. Just an absolutely insane track. I really love this track. Just a great rapping performance. It's just pure hip hop. He's just going so hard. Like he has no reason to go this hard, but it just is. Like this like so much to love about this track. It's great to listen to on a workout. Great if you want to sit down and read the lyrics and analyze all the meanings on Genius. Yeah. Just a very powerful track on such a great album already. I'll be completely honest. Yeah isn't my favorite track on this album. I don't hate this song, but then again, I don't love this song. Like, obviously, Kendrick's got a more lazier, slower flow, more repetitive with the yas. Yeah, it's like a nice, easy listen, but I've never really like loved this song. But then, yeah, like I said, I don't hate it. It's just kind of average. Like, it's there. Like, I remember when I made my album tier list on this track, just so many people disagreeing with me. But yeah, it's just I get how this song makes sense in the context of this album. It's more lazy. It's like one of the sins, seven deadly sins. Like it's more a lazy track. Like the flow, the delivery, the beat, just repetitive. Like it makes sense for what it is for. But if I'm gonna judge it based on the track for listening, I'm not a big fan of it. But then again, it's not horrible. That's all I have to say about it, to be honest. I really, really like Element. It's just Kendrick rapping about like obviously his element, where he's from, Compton, just saying how much it means to him, how what he's willing to do for his where he's from, and just like the experiences he's had growing up. But then I think a very interesting observation to make is a 15-year-old me listening to this in 2017 would have never known what would occur like the 8 years after this track release. Because if we're talking about the 2024 rap beef between Kendrick and Drake, and then on this track back in 2017, you hear Kendrick saying, "If I gotta slap someone, I'm gonna make it look sexy. If I gotta go hard, gotta make it look sexy." And that's just what he did. Like that's easy to say in hindsight now, or maybe he was foreshadowing it. Like Element could have easily been about many people. Could have been about anyone. Could have been Big Sean, Drake, J. Cole, whoever Kendrick like mentioned on the Control verse. But yeah, Element, great track, very very like meaningful for Kendrick, and I guess meaningful as a listener as well, like making you realize or want to care about where you're from and the importance of that. Because like even where I'm from, I feel like it's very important to be like proud of it. Like whether or not it's good or bad, like it's important to remember where you started. And yeah, this Element, so much to love about this track. I just really love the like emphasis he puts towards it. Like you don't know who he is. Like you think you may know who he is based on his music, based on how he's portrayed in media, but like you don't know how he grew up, you don't know the experiences that he's been through, and that's why Element is a very very important track on this damn album. Feel is just an insane track, like insanely incredible. Obviously, Kendrick's stating his existential fears and worries, and just like worried that nobody's praying for him. And yeah, just those last 45 seconds give me such goosebumps every time that I listen to it. Like, you can just feel how cathartic it is for Kendrick to like express his fears and concerns about the industry, about the music, about his friends, about his family, about life and death and success and just all these things. It's just absolutely insane. Like it's just to be in this kind of mindset or like state of mind is just not healthy at all. But like being able to verbalize it and put it into music and a song and just having it in the lyrics and just the repetition of feel is just wow, just like incredible. Like the way he's able to express what he's feeling in such a structured and digestible way is just shows the sheer extent of his talent. And yeah, I feel like everyone should like listen to this album or just even just feel for at least once in their lifetime, just because it's such a powerful track. It makes you consider things that you've never considered before. Like yeah, and as he says, there's got to be the feeling like where Park was, like where Tupac was, just this just crazy state of mind where you're so worried about existential things that may or may not happen, but like it makes you start to get like kind of thinking like, was this all worth it? Like you just start questioning everything, like your own success, just what you're doing and what you're doing it for. And yeah, just feel is just an absolutely powerful track. Loyalty is just an absolutely smooth track. You've got the 24 karat magic sample on this track, obviously like chopped up. Yeah, just two massive artists from their respective genres coming together in Kendrick Lamar and Rihanna. Just like, yeah, just wanting all they want is loyalty and just kind of questioning the limits and the extent of your loyalty. Like, does it end with your family and friends? Does the loyalty come from the heart, like when the Rari don't start, or like when the lights get dark? Like, yeah, both of these artists just want loyalty in this track, and it's evident in the music video as well. Like, I really like the visual effects when like they're hanging off the building or like sinking through the cement and just trying to keep the like sharks away or like the people like swimming towards them away. Just a really really great track, and yeah, it's just a smooth, easy listen. Like you would love to listen to this on a like a late night drive. It's just yeah, it's just all about loyalty, and a lot of people like uh, care a lot about that today. Like loyalty is very, very important in relationships, and kind of like you feel like the only kind of loyal people or like things in your life can be like pets, like cats or dogs. Like yeah, just loyalty obviously, I'm not surprised that this song was a massive success with like 780 million streams. Yeah, it has so much replay value, and like still listening to it to this day. Just a great track. Wow, Pride. I just remember listening to this for the first time, and the part that really stuck with me is when he says, "Love's gonna get you killed, but pride will be the death of you and me and you and me." And yeah, just this track with Kendrick, Steve Lacy, Anna Wise. Anna Wise obviously collaborated a lot before with Kendrick. Steve Lacy, another LA artist, he featured at the Pop Out. Yeah, just a really great track, just like talking about pride and how it can be like a venom and just like the evils of it. And it's like obviously one of the seven deadly sins to be too proud, pride. Yeah, just it's I feel like I've seen this song used in a lot of edits for like anime or shows or movies, and it just shows how great this track is. Just very like easy listen, but also very meaningful at the same time. Like it's the weight of the lyrics is so like heavy, but like the beat is so chill and like slowly coming through. But then when you listen to it in detail and read the lyrics, it just really sticks with you. And yeah, obviously, as you can see, it's almost got a billion streams, so it's just a really great track. And I can't even verbalize how much I like this track. It's just yeah, there's just so much to take from it. Humble, I think it's Kendrick's most popular song, maybe his most successful. It's got 2.6 billion streams. Just yeah, just catchy, just that piano just on repeat is just so catchy. And I remember when I saw Kendrick perform at the end of 2022 in Sydney, just yeah, with the performance of that show for the Mr. Morale tour, when he plays like Humble, he starts like walking up to the piano, he sits down on the piano and then does that repetitive like catchy like piano part from Humble, and then yeah, the crowd just goes crazy as soon as they recognize it. And yeah, Humble, just a great track. I just remember like this track was just played everywhere, played so much on the radio, you just see it on commercials, especially during the NBA finals as well. Just an absolutely insanely good track. Just yeah, just telling obviously reinstating be humble, sit down, but it's kind of like a flex track, but also telling them to be humble, whether he's telling himself or telling other people, other rappers, whoever. And I really like the music video as well. I remember when I first saw that, like for some reason I was awake when it dropped. I just vividly remember that, and watching the music video and hearing this track, and I was really impressed by like the visual effects and the camera work, especially the camera work when it's on that like kind of gimbal thing and it's like moving with the shot outside. And then obviously there's people that's like heads are on fire. When he says, "Show me something natural," like ass with some stretch marks, and then that girl like walks through, and you can see like the cellulite before and like after, like when it's like photoshopped and all that, and just yeah, just with and without makeup. I just really like the music video, and I feel like that's been a real highlight of Kendrick's music as well. Just visualizing like what like the music and what he's rapping about and the lyrics. And yeah, there's honestly not much I can say about Humble because it's just such a great popular track of Kendrick's, great rapping performance, very catchy, lots of replay value. You can still listen to it to this day. And yeah, just it's obviously Kendrick's more mainstream and popular track for a reason. It's just really good and catchy. I really like the track Lost. It's obviously fitting the theme of the album, and Kendrick just rapping about one of the another seven deadly sins being lust. And yeah, just kind of going into detail with the kind of lust that people have with like going to the club, having sex, drugs, alcohol, just like everything like that. And one of my favorite lines from this song for some reason is like, "As blood rushed my favorite vein, heartbeat racing like a junkie." Like, and just saying, "I just want you to want me." Am I asking too much? I really like the performance as well that has like the song XXX featuring U2, but it's the lyrics of XXX on the Lust beat, and whoever thought to do that is just a genius because it just sounds so good. Yeah, just Lust, just the like the repetition on like lately I've been, and yeah, lust is quite like a bad thing, and I'm sure a lot of people experience lust throughout their entire life, myself included. And you just can't get caught up in lust because you just won't progress, and you'll end up just having bad habits and just not really live up to your full potential. And yeah, this track really embodies that and kind of like verbalizes um all of the aspects of lust and just giving different examples. And kind of when Kendrick's like stating it, like telling them, oh yeah, go do this, go do that, it's kind of like he's rapping as if he were the personification of lust, and just kind of like that devil on your shoulder, just kind of telling you to do all these wrong things. But then when he kind of details like the different examples of lust, you as a listener, when you hear that, you're like, oh, maybe he's like reverse psychology, because now I realize that this is bad, like, going to the club, spending money at strip clubs, having meaningless sex, like casual relationships and flings and whatnot, one night stands, drugs, alcohol, like credit card scams, like all that kind of stuff. And yeah, that's why I think this track is really, really great and really important on the entirety of this album. It's just yeah, it just has so much meaning behind it, disguised by, reverse psychology. And that's why I think this track is just particularly great. Love is just such a beautiful feel good track. Just like, yeah, I feel like it's very hard for like hip hop artists to make like a track about love and have it not be corny. But I remember listening to Love in 2017 and just thinking, this is so excellent, so beautifully executed. Like, it's just very, very meaningful. And like when you listen to it, you just feel good inside. And like what it just makes you, when you like listen to this track, it's just like, who's the like first person that comes to your mind like when you think of love. And it's just, yeah, a really, really beautiful track. And just like Kendrick questioning like, would you still love him if his net worth was minimized, or like, just like all these kind of things, like how far, like what, to what extent is your love for him like to go through, like do you love him unconditionally? And just like him expressing how much he loves her as well. It's just, yeah, just an overall just beautiful track. I mean, if you just look at it, it's like almost got 1.6 billion streams. It's just, yeah, Zakari as well, another TD artist. Just a really, really great, smooth, chill track. And yeah, it just makes you feel warm inside. And sometimes that's all we need. XXX Triple X, such an insane track featuring U2 as well. And I remember back in the day, like U2 was on every Apple device by default, like whatever album they had, whatever deal they had signed with Apple. And I feel like it was really hard to get rid of it as well from your device. But yeah, just an insane track. Like Kendrick talking about like the extent he would go to if anybody harmed or killed like his family members, friends, whatever. And like he says, I think in the track he says like one of his friends comes up to him and asks like, "Oh, can you help me? Like, what can you do?" Like, and then Kendrick's like, "This is what I would do." And yeah, just saying like he'd walk straight into the court, throw the blower in his lap, and say, "I did that." And yeah, just like I really, really like the beat on this track as well, just because you have like the random like sounds in the background that just work, like the sirens, just like the heavy breathing, sounding like running from the cops or something. Just yeah, just an absolutely insane track. And then when it transitions to the second half of the track featuring you two, um, yeah, it's just crazy that Kendrick can talk about like, I'll do all these like terrible things to get revenge, to get even, shoot somebody, kill somebody. And then it transitions to the other half of the song where he's like talking to kids about gun control and stuff like that. So I think that's a really, really funny contrast and duality. And then, yeah, towards the end of the track, talking about Donald Trump, talking about America, and that's what a mirror does. And just, yeah, there's just so much to unpack on this track. And if you really, I feel like everyone needs to like sit and listen to this track and read the lyrics and understand the importance of this track, because it's just, yeah, it's just so much depth and just really shows just Kendrick's creativity and just his artistry throughout. And yeah, just an absolutely marvelous track. Fear, a track that's almost 8 minutes long, produced by The Alchemist, who's worked with Kendrick on other tracks like We Cry Together, The Heart Part 4, and most infamously, Meet the Grams. Yeah. Fear is like, could possibly be one of Kendrick's best tracks of all time. And Kendrick himself said it's one of the best tracks he's ever written, talking about the fears that he has from age 7, 17, and 27. And yeah, it's honestly just such a meaningful track. Like, he has his cousin Carl like on the voicemail of this track talking about Deuteronomy, just talking about the Israelites. And yeah, Kendrick just going over his fears from age 7, fearing his mom, and uh just misbehaving and getting reprimanded for it by his mom and getting chastised. And then age 17, having a fear that he'll just die from gun crime in the hood of Compton, just getting shot in the street, like, just getting killed by a cop in a blue badge, or getting killed for wearing the wrong colors in the wrong neighborhood. And then he goes to age 27, where his fears are like people mishandling his finances. And obviously, he mentions Rihanna's accountant who stole money from her and then fled. And also, yeah, Kendrick just talking about his fear of going back to poverty if he were to, mishandle his money. And it happens to a lot of like African American celebrities, athletes. They get a lot of money really quickly after coming from such a life of poverty, and they don't really know what to do with it, and they don't really have financial education on how to handle this money, how to invest it, how to make the money work for you and grow. And they kind of just end up blowing it all and then losing it, and then just ending up back in a life of poverty. Yeah, these are all valid fears for Kendrick to have, and it's just a really, really powerful track. And I just enjoy listening to this track in full every single time, because it's really stuck with me, and it's taught me like a lot of lessons that are very, very important. And I think in the entirety of this album and the entirety of Kendrick's discography, it makes a lot of sense from like the 8 years of music he's had after this track and after this album. Just having this fear is important. Like, fear can be good, it can be bad, but I think it's important in this context to keep you aware of like the privileges you have in life, maybe like uh financially, or like having a roof over your head, having access to fresh water, having access to food, and it kind of just makes you appreciate it more. And yeah, just on this track, I think it's just masterful, a masterful collaboration between Kendrick and The Alchemist. And I really hope they can work on more tracks together and maybe even collaborate on an album together. I think that would be really, really great. But yeah, Fear is just an absolutely phenomenal track. I'll be 100% honest. I don't like this track at all. Like, from when I first heard it in 2017 to now, 8 years later, I just don't like this track at all. Like, it's not terrible. I don't hate it. I don't love it. I don't like it. Like, it's a very average. I feel like within Kendrick's entire discography, this could very easily be the worst track in his entire discography. I know a lot of people will disagree with me, and they actually like God. And from my tier list video, a lot of people disagreed and said, "Oh my God, I like God. Like, it's a good track." I don't know, but for me personally, like, I don't see it. Matter of fact, even better, I don't hear it. Like, I don't know. Like, it's just something about this track that just doesn't sound right to me. Like, it gets very dragged out and slow towards the end, and it, like, the way he's just saying, "This is what God feel like." Like, it's just it's repetitive, but it's not good repetitive. It's like boring repetitive. I just don't like this track. Like, I just don't know. Like, I've listened to this track so many times from when it came out to 2017 to 8 years later now in 2025, and just every listen has not grown on me, and that's fine. Like, this is a great album. Like, I guess it makes somewhat sense, like, in the full context of this album. But yeah, I feel free to hate on me in the comments. I just don't like this song at all, and like, I just don't have much or anything good to say about it. Sorry. Duckworth, the final track on the Damn album, the closing track. Obviously, Kendrick Lamar Duckworth being his full name, and Duckworth being the title of this track. Yeah, it's just Kendrick rapping about his dad and rapping about Top Dog, the manager of the TDE label that Kendrick was signed to at the time of this album coming out in 2017, and just kind of just saying how his dad worked at the KFC, and then Top Dog was trying to rob it, and then he didn't because Kendrick's dad had previously given him like free chicken before, extra biscuits to get on his good side. And then because of that reason, in that moment, like Top Dog decides not to kill Kendrick's dad when he has the KFC at gunpoint, trying to rob the KFC at gunpoint, has his dad at gunpoint, and he chooses not to rob it. And then I think the most important line on this track is Kendrick saying, "You take two strangers, put them in random predicaments, give them a soul so they make their own choices and can live with it. Because if Anthony killed Docky, Top Dog would be serving life, while I grew up without a father and died in a gunfight." The Kendrick's just saying how important this decision is, or just how important decisions are in general. And if Top Dog had killed Kendrick's dad, Kendrick would have never grown up to be the success that he is in terms of music. Yeah, it's just like I feel like none of Kendrick's fans knew about this before this track came out. So this is why Kendrick's sheer masterful ability of storytelling and rap is showcased on here, and we've previously seen it on Sing About Me, I'm Dying of Thirst. But yeah, Duckworth really ties the album together as well, because at the end of the track it plays the whole album in reverse, and then it goes back to the start of the album on Blood, where he says, "So I was taking a walk the other day." And on the Damn Collector's Edition, it has all the tracks in reverse. So instead of Blood to Duckworth, it's got from Duckworth to Blood. So pretty much the whole point of this album, or the whole twist of this album, or the meaning of it, is that you can listen to it from Blood to Duckworth, or Duckworth to Blood, and it determines whether Kendrick dies at the start of the album on Blood, and then whether he dies at the start of the album of Blood and then he gets to Duckworth, or if it starts from Duckworth and then he goes through everything to get to Blood and then dies. So yeah, this is why, I mean, come on, this is exactly why Damn won a Pulitzer Prize. Like, it's such an incredible, meaningful album. There's just so much to take from it. And I mean, if you just look at it's obviously a more popular mainstream album, very commercial, and this album really put Kendrick on the map and kind of elevated him as an artist and his numbers and his wealth and financial success and everything like that. And I mean, if you just look at the streams on this album, you got like 1 billion streams, hundreds of millions of streams. Obviously this album came out in 2017, but yeah, it's more commercial, more mainstream, more popular, but I feel like that was needed in 2017, just to elevate Kendrick and have him more. This kind of made him more of a household name, I'd say. Like, everybody knows Humble, they know DNA. Like, there's so many great things about this album, and it's such like a time capsule of 2017 and everything going on, and just the music as well. Like, you can come back and listen to this album at any point, start to finish, and like it'll have some meaning on you. And I feel like that's the timelessness of Kendrick's music and his discography and his albums, because he raps about the human experience. So whether you listen to this album 1,000 years in the past or 1,000 years in the future, if you're a human and you listen to this album, like, you'll feel something. It'll provoke thought, and that's the kind of music that I like, and that's kind of why I make videos on music and hip-hop, is because of artists like Kendrick Lamar that really inspire me, provoke thought, challenge my opinions and stuff like that. And overall, the Damn album is a really, really great album. Obviously, in my personal opinion, not the best album within Kendrick's entire discography, but the standard and the bar is set really, really high. Yeah, I really enjoyed listening to this album again from start to finish, just because it gives me the same feelings from when I first heard it as a 15-year-old high schooler. Yeah, I'm just glad to still be alive, to be able to, and same for Kendrick being alive as well, to be able to listen to his music, appreciate it, and enjoy it. And Kendrick is definitely an artist whose music that I'll definitely want my kids to listen to. Like, I've got all the vinyl records and stuff, and I want to like showcase his discography to them to see how they feel about it, and hopefully they have good things to say about it. But yeah, just in conclusion, such a great album. Thanks for watching this album reaction on Kendrick Lamar's 2017 Damn album. If you like what you saw, please like, subscribe, and comment down below other artists, albums, genres, songs, and music that you'd like me to listen to, appreciate, and make videos about. Thanks for watching. See ya.